last episode of Etho Plays Minecraft, our protagonist, Etho, that's me, had the grand old idea that he was gonna build a game called MasterMind in a game called Minecraft. Oh snap. Will he succeed? Will he fail? Find out as we watch this episode of Etho Plays Minecraft, and we will see our protagonist, Etho, slowly succumb to a gradual but inevitable demise as he realizes he has bitten off more than he can chew, as he realizes that even though he knows the secret to getting better at anything is to think you can do it but not be so sure. Just push yourself a little bit further than you think you can go. And then maybe you will learn something as you go along. But he hasn't planned out this project at all. He's just going along. He doesn't even know what his next sentence is going to be. And he's just talking here. He's just talking. And he won't stop, guys. He won't stop. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. Here's the deal, though. If you've made as many videos as I have, you kind of run into a problem. You can only do the intro like two ways, basically. Either you do the exact same thing every episode, and it gets repetitive and boring. Hey guys, this is Etho. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well today. Or you have the option of doing like a really crazy intro, and then it'll probably be more interesting, right? But people will question your mental stability, which is kind of the downside of that. There's no in between though. There's no normal intro anymore. You've done them all after like 50 videos, so you gotta pick one or the other. Anyways, so we're trying to recreate MasterMind in Minecraft. If you haven't seen the last episode, you'll probably want to watch it. Otherwise, nothing will make sense here. But we had a big problem here. We got a lot of problem solving to do with making this game, which is kind of fun, but it's also difficult and challenging, right? We ran into the problem of how are we going to display the black and the white pegs in our MasterMind game here. So this was one idea. This is just a mock-up I did where we could like drop down concrete powder or sand or something to represent the pegs we've gotten in the game. Problem with doing that is it's very difficult to reset. We can move them using pistons, but it's very difficult to reset. Also, you can't move concrete powder in like bubble streams, I forgot, because it'll harden. So you have to use sand, and it's not going to look great, right? White and orange sand looks kind of nasty here with what we got going on. So it's a good thing I asked you guys for ideas though, for brainstorming, because you pulled off very well. Some stuff that was suggested was like piston tapes or using a big glowstone wall to represent the pegs. Piston tapes have a mobility problem. Glowstone wall has a like how are you gonna wire that up and store all the information problem. One really good suggestion I saw though that we're gonna do here, it's a glowstone wall idea, but we're gonna break it up a bit. Somebody pointed out, let's see if I can show this. What we can do is like insert items into a hopper here, and that'll make the glowstone light up here. And then when we need to move it, instead of like pushing it with pistons like we were gonna do there, we will just unpower and repower this quickly, and you see it'll move forward one space. Then we can insert the next bit here and move it along. And that way we have movable data, right? That's easy to control. But instead of like doing a big wall of glowstone, like 4 tall here, all stacked together, we're going to leave a 1 block space between each of them because it's going to be so much easier to do that. And that is going to look a little something like this. So check it out, guys. I think overall this looks quite a bit better than the orange and yellow sand did, right? Aesthetically, I think it's nicer. When we make a game or a redstone project, we want to really consider how it's going to look before we do the redstone wiring, like the complex part. How much information can we see when we're looking at the game, right? We can almost see everything. We can see the full playfield, no problem. And then our white and black pegs are going to be displayed on the side here. So if we have 1 white peg, this lamp will be on. If we have 2, this will be on 2. This will be on for 3. This will be on for 4. Black pegs will be on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. In MasterMind, it's actually very rare that you get like 3 or 4 pegs of any color. So these top 2 rows almost will never be used. So we can see like everything then, if you consider that. Even if we look at this, we can see the 3rd row pretty good. It would be better if we could squish it all together, but that's just going to be too hard. I could do it if I really wanted, but the game's going to get way, way bigger, more complex. I think there's a way of doing that now with observers, like clumping glowstone walls together and getting it to work. So this is the way the redstone is. It's actually very, very compact. I like it. Basically, we go up here, run our hoppers sideways. This is nice because the hoppers store the information. We can move it, we can reset it. It meets all the criteria we're looking for with our redstone design here, so that's great. We'll lock it with the redstone above. Comparators will go inside like this. They won't interfere with each other because we left that space. So all in all, I think we're pretty good here. So like every single block is used. Hopper there, comparator, we need that block there, we need the redstone there. So it's a pretty compact way of doing it. So now we need to add some mechanisms for controlling our 4 rows so that they work together in unison, because we always want to lock and unlock all 4 rows of hoppers at the exact same time as each other. So redstone only travels 15 blocks, right? So we got to do something like this. I think that'll power that row, and then if we put a redstone dust on there, it'll power the 2nd row. And then we'll do that again at this level. Oops, misplaced. Yeah, we'll put another repeater here. Then we just got to link these 2 repeaters together, and it'll control all 4 of these. Oh yeah, so things are happening here, guys. It's coming together. I'm liking it. We got our 2 repeaters linked together, so the redstone torch goes up a staircase to that one. Which means when we flip the lever here, we can lock or unlock all 48 hoppers at once with the exact same timing as each other, as we choose, as we so please, which is awesome. So the whole unit's controlled from a single power source, which is great. We also want to do that for the items, though. We need a system for deciding, okay, did I put the item in the bottom row, that one, that one, that one, depending on how many pulses we send a dropper. So we have a dropper up here. If we have like 1 black peg, we want to send this 1 pulse, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, and then have it decide automatically, okay, which row does it go into. So I've added in a column of hoppers here as a bit of a buffer, so things can get into position before they're shown up on the glowstone, so that there's no like delay issues or anything like that. So if we want to send it to the bottom row of glowstone, we want the item to end up here. For the 2nd row here, 3rd row up there, right? The way we control that, you see I've branched off from our lock lines here. There's a repeater that keeps this locked. Or that... Wait, that's not necessary for the bottom. Oh yeah, it is. It is. Otherwise it'll flow into... Oh, what did I just click? I heard a click. What was that? Probably not important. Yeah, anyway, so when we send this dropper a pulse, it'll shoot an item in, and then this hopper pulls it down, this one pulls it down. It keeps getting pulled down right to the bottom here, and you see this comparator turned on. I took it out. Let's try it again. That redstone down there turns on, which powers this hopper over here. So this hopper's locked. It won't pull out of this hopper anymore. So that means the next one's going to end up in here. And it just does like a staircase up. The next one's in here, right? And again, it locks the next one, so it's going to end up in here. It locks the next one, so that one stays in here. So if there's 4 pegs, it fills up from the bottom to the top that way. And then when we unlock the hoppers, they are free to flow to our glowstone display here. Right now they're just in the buffer in storage. If we did like a quick pulse like that, it'll flow 1 space, right? So that's good. We can make it go down the lane here. And then at the end of the game, when we win or lose, we can just clear the display by keeping this unpowered for a while, and it'll just float up down to the end. When it gets to the end, we collect all the items together with another column of hoppers, and they go in the chest here for right now. If we want, we can recycle them and send them back to the start there, and then it'll be a perfect closed system. Or we can just keep a big stash of them in a chest or something. That's fine too. Oh man, I think I can do a Morgan Freeman voice. I just realized this. I am so excited. The only problem is I'm not emitting very much air, so it doesn't have a lot of power. Very deep, very dark voice. Lots of timber. So I just wanted to address, I did see the comments on last episode about our white peg issue. Apparently, the way I was going to do the ice stream logic, game logic here, is going to have some problems with the white pegs. The black peg system is fine. That'll work fine. We just have to like connect those pressure plates up to that dropper on one of the sides, and it's pretty much good to go. But the white pegs, got to figure out how to do that differently. So just letting you know, I saw it. I'll hopefully figure it out. We're not going to do that this episode. We're just going to look at one other thing today, and then we'll move on to some other stuff here. The way we're going to generate the random code to our game also had an issue. We were going to use 4 droppers with 6 random colors in. They would drop down on the ice here. We had an issue where they were sliding. A lot of you suggested I use cobwebs, put those in front of the droppers, and that'll stop all horizontal momentum, and it'll just fall straight down. They'll have a bit of delay, but it'll work. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do a completely different system here, because another issue is we only had 5 minutes to finish a game, and it seems like that might actually be a pretty big problem. So the going recommendation by a lot of you guys, and even Doc M messaged me about it, is to use shulker boxes. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. Actually, let's go over here first so we can see something. So the plan is, we also wanted a way to see the code at the end of the game. If we win or lose, we don't want it to be hidden underground there where we'll never see it, right? We want to know why we won or lost the game. So we're going to have like a shutter system at the end there. And I got nothing to throw against. Oh, I still got it though. Look at that. Oh, and then I fell down. Anyway, so there's going to be a control here to flip that up at the end of the game if we win or lose. And then that's going to reveal the code in front of us. And we're going to use dispensers to place shulker boxes randomly. Each dispenser will have 6 different colors of shulker boxes in. So we need 24 total, which we don't have, by the way. This is a survival world. You think I got 24 just laying around? Nope, we're going to have to go get those. Which is going to be tricky. So these dispensers, they'll have the shulker boxes in. Then this line of wire here is going to be used to place them. Now, the shulker boxes are going to have concrete powder inside as well. And that's going to flow down to our ice stream system there. Every time we enter an answer, we're going to refresh it, so we will be able to make a game go longer than 5 minutes. So we'll take one item out of the shulker box, and we got to send it down to a dropper, probably shoot it out, and it'll land on the ice down there. So to do that, we're going to unpower this hopper here. If we do that, they flow into there. We want them to flow downward though. So we have like a switching system here. It can either flow down or to the right into this dropper. This is where we want the shulker box to go. Because after this, after we break it, we can use pistons to break the shulker box. So we want that to go in here. Oh, and where'd it go? Oh, did it go to the one beside it? I was really worried that was going to happen. Wow. In all my testing, I couldn't get that to happen, and it happened now. Oh, this might have a flaw then. Really? That time it went there. Okay, you're going to have to test that a bit more, I guess. That would be pretty critical. Because we want to be able to reset this. Like, we need the shulker box to go back into the dispenser it came from. If it goes into another one, then we won't be able to generate a random code. It's going to be like if one of these dispensers has 2 yellow ones in, it's only going to... It'll be impossible to have like a yellow, 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 yellow code. Because only one's going to come out. Okay, I had an idea here. Rather than squishing the shulker boxes with the piston heads, we're going to use sticky pistons, and maybe trap doors will work. We'll flip them open like this. And that's going to come down and pop the shulker boxes. And I'm hoping the trap doors are going to act as a barrier to prevent them from hopping over to the block beside them. Because it creates like a wall here. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to test it out a little bit here. Okay, purple, green, purple, yellow. So first try is a success. I'm going to do it a few times here just to be sure to see if we have any problems. Because I make that mistake a lot when I'm building something. I'll test it once, 1 or 2 or 3 times, but then it fails later. And it's like, oh man, I designed the whole thing around this. And now it doesn't work because of some random chance I didn't detect before. So you gotta like really try this stuff out. This is a very random thing. It could be like a 1 in 100. Who knows? I'm not gonna test it 100 times, but probably 10 is good enough, right? So I tried that at least 10 times and it didn't fail. So I think that's gonna work. I think it'll be good. But I just realized we're kind of getting long in the episode already, so let's change things up. Let's get some variations, some adventure in our life here. We're going to go to the end today, after all, and go hunting for shulkers so that we can get our 24 shulker boxes for that. Plus, I wouldn't mind having a few more. I was using the farm here, the reed farm, to get some paper for some maps, right? And I think since I last showed this in a video, it's changed a little bit. So, for one thing, lily pads aren't flat anymore. Like, when you're walking around in here, it's bumpy. You kind of go up and down constantly. It's a bit weird, bit annoying. But also, like in 1.13.1, they added this effect where if you break something, all connected blocks to it play a breaking sound now. So when you're breaking sugarcane, it's way louder. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so I think we're all prepared here and ready to go, ready to face danger and fall in the void and all that fun stuff. This is what I got on me right now. And I just got a chest here. Let's actually grab one more stack because I can't remember how much paper it requires. So last time we did this was quite a while ago. It was back when we still had to do bow boosting, like where you shoot yourself with an arrow to get launched in the air. We had elytra wings, but and the map feature just came out where you can map the end. So this is the map we made, and you see all the purple spots are the end cities or whatever. This time I'm going to try bring banners with me. We'll name them. We'll give them the coordinates of where it is, because just looking at this map here, I have no idea which direction to go, to be honest. I think I laid it out so that up on the map is forward, but I'm not sure. So anyways, this might be a lot easier now that we have the fireworks. You can just fly around though. So I'm just gonna fly 2,000 blocks this way. Yeah, doing this with the fireworks is a lot easier. Like before, you had very little control by doing the bow boosting, and not only that, but you were shooting yourself. So it's very easy to lose track of your health and just shoot yourself to death, which is what I did a few times. So I think we've gone far enough. We're at 2,000. Oh, I went a little too far, I think. 2,900. So I always kind of forget how maps work. But I think we can then zoom out, right? Somehow. Do we need a crafting table to do it? I think so. I think we gotta do a ring around the map now. Several times as well, probably. What did I say? Probably. Okay, so that zoomed out. Very good. Let's do that as many times as we can here. Do the full wraparound. Okay. And that's it. Okay, so let's... Oh, did you see that? I think it consumed it one more time when I took it out of there. I'm going to have to watch that back. I think it did, though. Oh, we got one. We got one. Oh, it's a big one, too. With a boat. Look at that. Oh yeah, there's banners at end cities, aren't there? I didn't need to bring banners. All right, well let's try this out anyways. I'm gonna use up the green ones I brought. So 1960 3220. 1960 3220. Only one. Okay, so 1960 3220. Let's do a comma. We're gonna be fancy like that. Or should we even do brackets? Guys, we're gonna do brackets. Oh snap. 3220. Gotta do it before I forget. Okay, so that'll get our coordinates, and then we place it. And now can we see that on the map? Oh, I need an item frame. Oops. Well, we can't check it out. I left them at the start there. Okay, anyways, let's go check this out. So Doc Hims recommended something here to me, which I'm a little bit iffy about. I feel like this is a bad idea, like it's gonna kill me. But he said to use invisibility potions, so I'm gonna try it out. You gotta take off your armor though, and like make yourself vulnerable and all that fun stuff. But apparently they kinda... Oh, I probably need an empty hand too, right? I brought too much stuff. And I left all my shulker boxes at the game we're making. There's no entrance. What's going on here? Yeah, wait a minute. Don't they... Oh, it's a little bit underground. That's what's happening. Oh, I've never seen that before. Right? Is this... Where's the entrance? Here it is. Okay. Because there's usually two in the front, right? And they're gone. Okay. So if I have my sword equipped, they can definitely see me. Okay, we got two. That's all we need. Now we can make a shulker box. Okay, good. So now we actually have some inventory space. That's kind of key when you're going to loot something, right? You want to be able to store some stuff. So we got no weapon equipped and no armor. I'd be careful not to fall. Let's see if any of them will shoot at us. Like, we got a guy right over there. He seems to be chilling out. Yeah, he's leaving us alone. How close do we have to get before... Is it 2 blocks? I always forget how invisibility works. I think I've only ever, like, used it once usefully while building the Guardian farm. But they would still attack you, like, if you were within a certain range of them. He seems to be actually leaving me alone entirely, which is pretty cool. But as soon as I select a weapon, he'll shoot at me, right? No! Oh! Oh, okay, that's actually really good then. But if I hit him, then somehow he magically sees me. Will he shoot again? And not just him, they're all shooting, which is weird. It's like it alerts the pack or something. Okay, okay. I don't know, I feel a little bit vulnerable doing this. I think I'm gonna put my armor on. It's an interesting idea, though. Okay, we got one. Yeah, because as soon as you start attacking them, it's like all the benefits go away then. And then that's when you actually want your armor on. What do we got? Curse of Binding. Ooh. Oh, a mending pick. Look at that. Emeralds. Very nice. Very nice. What happened to my tridents? There it is. Wait, so if you... Wait a minute. So if you throw a trident when it's in your offhand, it doesn't come back in your offhand. This might be a really bad idea. But for the sake of testing, what happens if you have no inventory spots then? It's a terrible idea. What does it do then? It just kind of floats to you. It's floating around me. It really wants to come back, but it can't. I kicked it out of the house. It wants to come home, but I'm not going to let it. Oh man, that's weird. You could probably do some cool stuff with that. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. As soon as that comes back. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. So I'm using the trident, but I'm like keeping the sword in my offhand so I get the looting effect. That way I got a ranged attack, you know, it's a little bit nicer. And then if I'm at close quarters, I can just switch it easy. Seems to be working pretty good. Oh! Alright. Oh, he teleported. No! Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, snap. Okay. Almost died. Almost died. Look at this one. That's all it is. One tower. He shot without even opening up there. He's cheating! He's shooting without opening! What was that? Alright, very good. So we cleared out that whole section, guys, and it doesn't look like the banners showed up, though. When we hover over them, nothing happens. So that's a bit unfortunate. I guess they might only work with the small maps, then? Or I did it wrong, or something happened there. But anyways, we found 4 fortresses in total, mostly all at the bottom right there. In total, we got 42 shulker shells. We made one box already, which is about enough for our project. I'll probably go on another run soon, though, just to get a few extra. These are all the goodies we found. Some okay stuff. Found 2 elytra wings. Yeah, I got one there. From the 2 boats or whatever. And all in all, pretty good run. No, that's not the one. I broke a pick today, by the way. Oh, it was so bad. Like, I went for mining some redstone, right? And, you know, you look at the durability, it's fine. You get distracted, then poof, it's gone. So, I think with that, guys, we're going to wrap up for this episode. And the comment I picked out, it says, Etho, you should do a video where you fix broken stuff in your world. Why can't you do that? We do that, like, whenever we need to whenever we need to do it. Honestly, though, I think there's a misconception with a lot of you guys. Like, a lot of this stuff in our world is actually working. There's very few broken things. The things that are broken, I'll just give you an example. We have broken things like the spider XP farm here, but those are things that are broken in a way that they can't be fixed. So I'm not ever going to fix them. The reason I don't tear them down, though, is because they're a reminder of, like, an old part of our series, you know? But they bring up nice nostalgic feelings for me when I see them. So I don't want to tear them down, but I can't fix them. Like, I fix whatever I can, but there's certain things we just can't fix. But overall, most stuff in our world works that is fixable. There's maybe 1 or 2 things I need to fix yet, but that's... Maybe I'm underselling it. Maybe there's more. But there's not many. Anyways, thank you guys for watching today's episode, and until the next one, take care, have a wonderful day, bye-bye.